Welcome for this last level where you'll need to do a competition to build the coolest castle. There are pretty much three things you need to learn when you make a medieval castle is how do we make cones very quickly, how do we make towers with these little endings here. You will see here that it's not working the way I want it. You will understand why after, and here I didn't finish it, but it's just following a curve. So how are we going to do this? It takes no time. C for circle, you push it, then you select the top. S tool, scale tool, with control, and you get yourself a cone. The next shape, this R, push it up, offset, and now comes the new trick. And you can see here, I didn't do the calculation correctly. There should be one up, one down, 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 and then one up to have a perfect symmetry. So you need to really count how many of these segments do you need. Okay? So I use an even number. So this time I'm going to use what is the even? It's going to be an odd number. There we go. So line tool, I'm going to add a little line or a little segment here, and I'm going to select this segment, and I'm going to copy paste that segment. So M plus, if you remember, I'm going to move it, but when I finish moving it, I'm going to do /7 enter. /7 enter when I finish copying and pasting. I do it again, I select that segment, move tool with a plus, I move it where I want, and I do /odd number 7 in this case, enter. And it automatically places 7 spaces or intervals in between. So now I'll be able to just like move this one up, move this one up, move this one up, move this one up, and it's going to be perfectly even. Double check. Remember that if you move this one up and you would love to have the same measurement, you could do it like that, or double click and it will memorize what you've done before. If you use an even number like 8 or 10 or whatever, you'll see that you'll have a big problem with your wall. Okay, it's going to look really weird. Okay, and then the tower that is circular, C, push it up, offset the top, perfect. And then I'll teach you in a different level, one of the last level, how to do this very quickly. But this time I'll teach you the simplest way, which is to every little corners you add a little segment and you just go on. Oops, there we go. And then when you're happy, just push one up. And you rotate around and you just go on and on and on. Well done, guys. You've learned 3 things that will be valuable for you to make your beautiful castle. Another thing that you need to remember, if your castles get a weird shape, doesn't matter, because remember, you could just use the L tool to do a weird shape. If it doesn't close up like this one, maybe because you went in all the directions. So be careful, you remember? You need to be flat on the floor. This is impossible to make something flat like that. So a trick would be to, before playing with the line tool, draw a big rectangle on the floor, and then on top of it, when it says on face, you just draw whatever you want. So be always on face, So take just a fraction of a second for this to appear. Oh, on point. That's weird. I'm gonna start again here. On face, on face, on face, on face. Perfect. And now I can erase the extra, and I get my weird castle shape. Like if I use the offset tool, I'll have a certain wall that will appear, and I could just place stuff inside. It's always easier to place things inside first and then push the wall up. Another thing that you need to know is, but we've seen it in the past, is imagine you want to add a door with an arc. No worries, you can add a door, simple door, and on top an arc, A for arc. Where do you start? Where do you finish? And the curve. And then you erase this part and you get a beautiful door. That's it, guys. You've learned a lot of things.